What I'm going to do right here is take a minute to show the general public something very interesting. These are a brand new pair of Dart 345 heads. It had the partial CNC bowl cut. They've never been run on a vehicle. As you can see, the port casting is all there. And the reason I'm taking this minute to show y'all something is because of a situation. There's the date. Wanted to get it on there. That's of interest. I never get a chance too often to show somebody this, but as high dollar of a set of heads as these are, the valve job on them is shit and the guide work is shit. All you got to do is remember that this is a mass-produced head, and even though they're probably $2,500 as they are with the parts assembled, they still need to be gone through. The guides in some of these heads were atrocious. Some of them tight, some of them loose, but more specifically is the seat work. Now we'll go with this. See, look at that. They need to be hand honed. That's just too tight for it, and that's the guide don't have no lubricant in it. The exhaust blew that. I mean, you can just tell what's going on here. So that ain't even what bothers me as much, because that's just a simple procedure of going in there and hand honing the guides and getting the clearances correct. The problem is this seat width right here. I'm taking my caliper. I took some pictures on a still photo, and what I'm coming up with is around 100 thousandths. Actually, my caliper's coming up at 104, and I zeroed it. 100 thousandths wide. Now the seat is the clear area that's marked right there. The problem is when you take this valve and it's got a 30 top cut, and I mean a big one, and what's bothering is, which is the way you do it, by the way, but they didn't, I don't know why they didn't get the cutters right. Probably this head might have been undone on a Thursday or Friday afternoon. Everybody was wanting to get out. And the valve is showing a seat width of the 45 face of around 50 thousandths. Okay, I'm showing 52, but around 50. So the face and the head is double the width of the face on the valve, and that is not correct. That's not how you do it. The seat and the head has to be inside of the shiny part of the 45-degree seat on the head in order, number one, to correctly remove carbon. And that right there is a major problem, because what's going to happen is it won't be long at all before this seat right here builds carbon up in it and not sealing. Not to mention there's an airflow thing going on here. There's just a bunch of things that's wrong. But see, they don't care, because they're selling it to you with brand new valves. They use their SERDI machine or Sun NVG, which I still can't get over how tight the guide is. But all it's showing you is this. The way to correctly get a set of heads, never buy them assembled with the parts, whether it's from Dart, Brodex, whatever companies that you're using. The main key here is to buy the heads bare and order your own parts. Now, in one way, it almost doesn't matter, because here's something that none of them will tell you. An aluminum head with ductile iron seats or stellite and a bronze guide. That's a problem. Until these heads are heat cycled and water and heat run through, I'd like to say safely about 500 miles, the seats are going to move, the guides are going to move, and that's just life in the big city. That's how it works. So typically, the guys who are really into performance, they'll put these heads on a dyno, run them for 10 or 12 hours, heat cycle them and run them. Then they take the heads back apart, they reface the valve, and go back in here and redo the 3-angle cut or 4-angle, whatever you're doing, and then it stays that way. It won't move no more. So on a brand new pair of heads, you think you're getting your money's worth. Now let me show you something here. Variances. Right here, I've got an exhaust seat. Let me back up the camera a little bit. I've got an exhaust seat right here that if you measure it, is about 60 thousandths in width, okay? Now, all you got to do to show how bad the quality is go to the next seat, right up above it, and this exhaust is 90 thousandths in width. So you got 60 and 90. They're just absolutely all over the place. You should be able to tell even by my camera. Look at that one there. Now look at that one there. Let me see if I can get a little bit better close up without it going blurry. There's one. And there's the other. Not to mention they're uneven from one side to the other. It's probably 10 or 15 thousandths thinner on the back side of the bowl and wider on that side there. It just goes to show you a mass-produced head, this is what you get, and like I said, this is a brand new head. So I just wanted to take a minute to show you the differences in it, which is unbelievable, so that you people out there ask me all the time, you get a brand new set of heads, well guess what you got to do, you buy them bare. Then they got to be ported, the chamber reshaped, which is a CNC done, but it's still rough as a cob. It isn't correct. It isn't lined up. There's still work to be done there. Then you got to bowl port them. Then you got to hand home the guides and then redo the seats. If you do it right, there's a considerable amount of horsepower loss, but mainly what you got going on here is you got a considerable amount of idle quality, fuel mixture, jetting problems just laying right here in your face. And it's just how it is, and they know it when they say this crap. But anyway, that's all I wanted to do is take a minute to break away to show you the differences, the seat widths and everything, which I've took some still photos of it. It's just incredible. There's a good close-up shot. And I'm trying to get my mic on there so that you can see it. Wow, about 102 thousandths. I just wanted you to catch that mic. Yeah, 102. See, to line up and get it exactly where it's showing the width of the seat. There we are. There's our... That's actually 100. I moved it. And then right there. Okay. That's all I want to take a minute out to show you. Now I'm going to lap them in, and this is going to really smack you in the face right here. Okay, what I'm going to do right now, as you can see, I put the green dicom on this and the lapping compound on there. See, look at that. Won't even drop. And that's without lubricant in the guide. Shit guide work right there, buddy. They don't give a fuck. They put lithium on there and hope that you do okay. If you don't, that's alright. They'll just blame you anyway, and then you send it to them. And hope they don't charge for it. Most of the time they do. Okay, now I'm going to go in here and lap. And what you're going to see is going to blow your mind. Wow. I've got shiny on either end of that valve. Alright, now, it is a solid gray line. I'm going to have to try to figure out a way to get some light in here on this for you. Okay. Look at that solid gray line right there. Okay? Now, the width of the line, and this is on this side, $79 thousandths, no, I'm at 65 thousandths. Okay? You can see my caliper. Well, that's kind of hard to believe because the face right here ain't even 50 of the valve. I'm going to put this in a different light. But from here to here it's 65. Right over here is about 70 thousandths. I just can't believe it that they did this. This was a perfect example to show you that these head, and this is a name manufacturer. This is a dart head. And you can see that that line is solid gray. Okay, I'm going to try to get you a better shot of it. This one here really takes the cake. I'm going to show you the valve in a close-up shot, but that's 107 thousandths gray seat width. But what I wanted to show you was this right here. If you look at the gray seat, I think I got as close in as I could. I'll have to look at this. Wait a minute. What you're seeing is the dicum up underneath past, okay? Then you got your seat. That seat is wider than the whole valve is. The valve couldn't take it. I'm going to show you the valve so there's a relationship of the width of this seat being cut so fucking wide in this head that there's dicum past the point where the valve, okay, see there's your line, it's on up, it's past it. I can't believe it. Now to really show you how fucked up it is, okay, look at this green right here. That's right in the middle of the seat. You know what that means, ladies and gentlemen? That means that the seat is not concentric. Look how the gray line's gray, then all of a sudden it touches the damn green. That's the dicum. That means this thing ain't even sitting right here on the seat in this area, which is also the wider area of the seat is thin on this side. This just goes to show you what I've been trying to tell people. On a mass-produced head, don't matter who it's from, the shit is junk. You still need somebody like me. Thank God they do this work, or else I'd be out of a job to go in here and correct their stupid, ignorant shit that they do. Here's a good one over here. Take a look at. Now, perfect example right here. This seat width, I've already measured it. It's about 55 thousandths. Over here on this side, it's about 107. You can see how much wider here and how thin and little it is here. And like I said, this is a brand new head. It come with these valves, the roller springs, all the stuff, and got that kind of shit work done to it. All right, that's all for now. Fourth thing, this is the valve. Now you can see how wide that seat is, the gray area. Look at this. It ain't even 50 thousandths wide, and to take the cake, it's showing shiny right here near the edge of the valve, which is the margin. The gray is on up here, but it just didn't have enough room because there's hardly any seat contact inside the head. I'm going to get some still photos of it, but now I have something to post on my site to tell y'all how screwed up they are.